I'm visiting with Ken Smith with FMC Corporation here at Commodity Classic. Ken, we're always looking at what's new, and in this case, tell us a little bit about when it comes to this issue that we all have been talking about with weed resistance and what do companies do. Tell us just a little bit of what FMC is doing in this arena right now.
Well, Chuck, I hear what you're saying, and we do act like that resistance is real new to us, but in reality, resistance has been around a long time. It's just that it's having more impact on us right now than it has in the past, because we've always had new chemistry coming on. Well, we're not doing that anymore. We're not having new chemistry coming out, so we have to do the best job we can with the chemistry we have today. So yes, managing resistance is a major problem all over the country. What we have learned in the last 10 years of our research is we cannot spray these out post-emergence. We have to rely on soil-applied herbicide. I know there's 101 reasons why we would rather do it post-emergent, because we can see the weeds, all that. Those do not work. We have learned they will not work for us. We must go to the soil residual herbicide, and we lay down one soil residual, then we put another one on top of that before that one breaks. It's not a new concept, but it is one that we have to realize in our mind that this is something we have to adopt.
So looking at these management methods that we need to do, besides just I see the weed, I can go spray it, that's not going to cut it, as we know. What are the kinds of things that FMC is offering as solutions to help a grower manage this thing we call resistance then?
Well, I think there's two or three things. One is, and we have some really good products. We have the sulfentrazone products, all the Authority brands that are very, very active on our most important weeds like Palmer amaranth and like water hemp. So those are good herbicide to use. Another thing that we pride ourselves in is the fact that we do educational programs to try to teach farmers that you got to manage this, not just spray them out, but look at the soil seed bank. If you've got more seed in your soil this year at the end of the season than you had last year, this is not sustainable. We have to go back and reverse our thinking and to manage that seed bank. Do not let more seeds in the soil this year than you had last year. But again, it comes back to residual herbicides, overlap them, use your post-emergence, any of your post-emergence herbicides, whatever they be, whether it be Roundup, or it be Liberty, or it be dicamba, whatever it may be. Use those to take out the ones that do escape your soil residual. No herbicides 100%. So that's, I think if we can get that concept across, then we'll be way down the road on managing resistance.
How about, just to mention it here, besides the idea of a residual or a pre-plant, pre-emerge, just the idea of tillage, does that come into play a little bit in this?
Absolutely, absolutely. Tillage, cover crops, a lot of different cultural practices can go into this, and we've learned a lot about how to manage crops with less tillage, and all that's important, but it's certainly not a lost art. It's one that we need to put back into our program. And this concept of weed management is changing every day, but it's never ever going to be the same as it was 10 years ago. We're moving away from that, and our whole concept of weed management must change.
We got to feed a lot more people, so we got to do a lot more growing. So,
and I'm optimistic that we will. I think that we really will, and I'm glad to see that FMC is part of that solution.
Thank you very much, Ken Smith with FMC Corporation, visiting with me here at Commodity Classic. I'm Chuck Zimmerman reporting.